What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with the overall market and talk about some very, very key levels. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. Anyways, as far as the market's going, we have a nice looking inverse head and shoulders like structure that's on SPY. We pushed almost to 598 a share, only to slow down a bit beforehand. And the reason why the market started to slow down is because we got some news that came out from President Trump. So what's going on? We did get a very, very bullish move as you predicted. SPY went from 591 all the way up to 597 today. Very, very awesome move to the upside. But then we got some news that slowed us down. So why was the market pumping? As a reminder, there's a potential deal coming between the US and India. There's been a lot of talk about how there's going to be negotiations between the US and China as we're seeing negotiations continue and President Trump potentially speaking with Xi Jinping. And then there's also been a lot of talk about how the White House sent a letter to trading partners about how they want to see them push more offers by tomorrow. So they want to see a lot of countries push these offers, get some deals before we see the reciprocal tariff deadline. So that's some big news that's come out as well. We're seeing a lot of talk about trade deals to be coming. The market's been very optimistic about all of this. Also, our JOLTS job numbers were quite good. The market liked that as well. So good numbers so far are what helped the market push. But ever since we got this news, some new news came out that's starting to cause the market to slow a bit. President Trump just announced that he's going to be signing an executive order today to double the tariffs on steel and aluminum imports to 50%. They used to be 25%. Now it's going to be 50%. He said he was going to do this last week, right? But he was just talking about it. Now he's officially signed the executive order. Once he signs it, it's going to be in effect tomorrow. So that's what we're seeing from the reports. Starting tomorrow, this is going to be in effect, and he's going to sign the order today. That's some huge news, and these tariffs could be affecting a lot of industries, maybe affecting like Tesla, for example. So keep that in mind. This is a big piece of news, and as soon as that came out, we saw SPY go from 597 all the way down to 590, the 594s. It came back up, and now it's slowing just a little bit. That's part of why the market's dipping, at least to some extent. So what's happening right here? What do I want to see the market hold? Keep in mind that for tomorrow, there's no significant data coming out before market open. The data is going to come out after the market opens instead. So after we open, that's when we have like the services numbers and some manufacturing numbers. Just keep that in mind as a reminder. Anyways, for the markets, so I want to see SPY try to hold at least 594.5. If we could hold this, there's going to be a nice bounce and attempt to go back up. If we lose that, this could start dipping all the way down to 592 again. So make sure you watch those supports just to be safe. SPY, it's been holding up very nicely. It might shop around the area we're at after this news came out. We'll see if we dip a little bit or not. It might cause a small dip from here, but we'll have to see if we could hold above 594.5. As of right now, we're just waiting to see how it goes. On the QQQ, we pushed all the way up to 529 almost, and then we dipped all the way down to 525. Now we're trying to bounce a little bit, right? But as time goes on, you guys can see we're starting to dip just a bit after this tariff news came out. So I would like to see us hold at least 525 to bounce. We might be retesting that, so we'll see how well we hold there. I do anticipate we might be returning to like 525, so we'll see if we bounce off that. So watch that very closely. If we don't, we're looking for 523. The IWM might be retesting 207.95, so look for a small dip and we'll see if we bounce or not. For ES, we're just trading sideways here. As long as we're above 59.50, we're bullish. We could dip just a tiny bit, but overall, we'll see if we bounce afterwards. We're still very bullish on ES. This looks relatively strong, even stronger than SPY. I want to see us hold 59.50 just to be safe. On NQ, I want to see us hold above 21,600. If we lose that, we could turn more bearish. It might come down just a bit, but then we could bounce again. The chart is still bullish nonetheless. It could just be a small dip before we bounce. Bitcoin is still bullish. We need to break past 106 or 107,000 to push more. As long as we don't lose 106,000, we're still looking more bullish. Tesla's been dipping ever since this news came out. There might be another piece of news affecting this, but ever since this news came out about the tariffs, we're seeing Tesla slow down a little bit. So, Tesla was trying to break out, but this news is not helping us. So it might dip a little bit more. We're going to see if we could reclaim 348 in the upcoming days. I still believe Tesla could run closer to 400 by the end of this month. As we get lots of hype about the robotaxi event. But for the short term, Tesla's slowing down because of this tariff news. So we want to see if it could hold above 348. If we can't, we're going to be at risk of dipping all the way down to about 342. For Nvda, we have an inverse head and shoulders here. We're watching to see how well we could hold above 140. If it does not hold, we could be dipping to 138. I want to see us hold 140 to bounce higher to start pushing for like 142.5 or above. So watch that 140 support. For Aapl, we have an inverse head and shoulders. So long as we don't lose 201, we're favoring 204.5 or above. For AMD, we're looking decent. We need to hold 116 to bounce higher. Watch and see if you hold 116 or not. If it doesn't hold, we're looking for 114.7. Coinbase looks a bit more bullish still. It might be trying to get back up to 262.5. Overall, it's holding up well. I just don't want to see it lose 255 to start dipping more. The new news is causing Amazon to dip a bit. We want to see if we hold 205. If not, we could be dipping down to like 203. So be careful, guys. Amazon's starting to dip. Meta has to try to hold above 664. If we lose that, we're looking for a bigger dip. So let's see if we could hold 664. If not, 660 is coming. Google's dipping. We need to try to get back above 168. If we can't hold that, I do expect us to dip towards the 166 area again. And then Microsoft pushed quite a bit. We could be dipping to 462, so we'll see if that holds. The VIX dipped quite a bit, but now it's trying to bounce off I don't think we have actually we do have a slight bullish divergence. It's very, very slight. So we'll see if we get back above 18 on the VIX. The markets pushed very, very nicely. It was very awesome to witness this rally. We're going to slow down just a bit for now, and we'll see if we could bounce to continue this rally or not. As of right now, things are getting a bit more complicated with the new executive order to be signed. So look for a small dip for now, and we'll see if we hold support heading into tomorrow. I'll give you guys another update very soon. Until then, thank you for listening, and peace out.